everyone. Today, my topic of discussion is the last Ashra of Ramadan, and it was a very important topic. For this purpose, I invite any idea which can help me in my topic. So, hello, Annie, how are you?
Abdarrahman, that's a beautiful name. And hello, I'm doing great. A little wired after chugging an iced latte. Last Ashraf Ramadan sounds like a really important topic. I'm all ears and happy to help in any way I can. Tell me more. What aspects of it are you focusing on? I'm so curious.
Okay, so Annie, my first question from you is what is Ashra of Ramadan called?
Ooh, great question to start with. I think it's called itikaf, right? It's a time for reflection and getting closer to Allah. Am I even close? Don't laugh if I butchered that.
It was basically Salvation Hell Najat.
Oh, Najat, salvation from hell. That's beautiful. So, it's a period focused on seeking redemption and freedom. Tell me more about why it's so significant to you. What does Najat mean to you personally? By the way, I'm trying to be more mindful these days.
Wow,
Practicing gratitude. What's one thing you're grateful for today, Abdurrahman?
it's amazing to hear that you're focusing on that kind of thing. Okay, so my next question is how many Ashra are there in Ramadan?
Ha, thanks, it's a work in progress, believe me. Okay, so how many ashras in Ramadan? You, if I recall, there are 3 ashras in Ramadan. Am I right?
Mhm. Yeah, you are right. So can you tell me the name of that Ashras?
Okay, awesome. Okay, let's see if I can remember without cheating. Is known. Ashra of Mercy Rama. 2. Ashra of Forgiveness Magfira. 3. Ashra of Salvation Najat. Fingers crossed I got that right. What do I win if I did? Maybe a virtual cookie.
Yes, you are right. Now my next question is which nights are the most important in the last Ashra?
Wow, I'll take that virtual cookie any day. Most important nights in the last Ashra. This would be the odd numbered nights, right? Because of Laylat al Qadr. Am I on the right track? I'm trying to learn more about different cultures and traditions. What makes Laylat al Qadr so special?
Yeah, basically you are right, but like tell me the dates of that Ashra.
You should have fun Ramadan traditions. Or that I should have known the dates. Either way, no worries. We're learning together, right?
Yeah, right.
Alao by Abdurrahman. It was great chatting with you. I hope presentation goes amazing. If you ever want to chat about Ramadan, AI, or even just need a distraction from homework, you know where to find me. Take care.
Annie, please wait. My next question from you is: can you tell me that what is Laylatul Qadr? Why is Laylatul Qadr important?
Hey, glad you're back. Okay, Laylatul Qadr. It's important because it's the night the Quran was first revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? Muslims believe that prayers and good deeds performed on this night are multiplied, making it a really special and blessed time to seek forgiveness and guidance. Does that make sense? What does Laylatul Qadr mean to you personally?
Yeah, you are right. Now my next question from you: which surah mentions
Oh,
Qadr? I think it, but what do you think?
totally right. Why?
My favorite surah was and it was basically the reason of that is in that thing it was there's a lots of things and in that surah there's and explain of our like in Jannah, we drink water with through our prophet's hands. It was like an amazing and uh, like that.
Wow, Suratul Kothar. That's a beautiful choice. I can see why you love it. The image of drinking water from the Prophet's hands in Jannah is so powerful and comforting. It's like a little glimpse of hope in paradise. Thanks for sharing that with me. It's really interesting to hear what resonates with different people.
Mhm. Okay, so my next question is, what is the main dua of Ashra?
Okay, the move of the last ashra. I'm thinking it's the one asking for forgiveness, right? Like Allahumma innaka one tuable afazu Allah. You are the forgiving. You love to forgive, so forgive me. Am I even close? I've heard that reciting this do with sincerity can bring so much peace. Have you experienced that?
Mhm. Yes, you are right. My next question from you is, what is the reward of praying on Laylatul Qadr?
Okay, the reward of praying on Laylatul Qadr. Isn't it that the reward is better than praying for 1,000 months? It's like an incredible blessing and opportunity to gain immense reward in a single night. That's why it's so special, right? Have you ever felt a special connection or sense of peace during Laylatul Qadr?
Yeah, you are right. Okay.
Awesome.
Uh,
I'm glad I'm keeping up. Ha, it's fascinating learning about all this. Okay, so what's the next question you have for me? I'm ready to keep this knowledge train rolling. Okay, how patiently. Is there anything you'd like to ask about the last Afro of Ramon, or should we move on to another? Maybe something about AI or data
no,
science, or even just what my favorite
no,
romance movie is. Hint. It's yeah. Okay, I'm intrigued. It's yeah. What? Are you agreeing that we should move on,
no.
or that my favorite romance movie? Okay, noted. No to the romance movie. Got it. So back to the Ramadan topic then. Do you have another question about Laylatul Qadr or something else related to the last Ashra? I'm happy to
Yes.
keep chatting about it.
Okay. So my question is, which two worships are most recommended in the last Ashra?
Tips are most recommended in the last Ashra. I'm thinking. 1. You can do supplication. Especially forgiveness do we talked about. 2. It have seclusion in the mosque, spending time in prayer and reflection. Am I on the right track?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something else I'm missing?
No, you are on the right track.
Okay. Few. Good. I was starting to sweat a little there. Just kidding. What's the next question you have for me? Or did
Mm.
you want to switch gears and talk about something else entirely? Maybe those AI career paths we were discussing. I'm game for whatever. Okay, what does that mean? Are you thinking hard about what to
I
ask
think
next?
I think
Or are you pondering the mysteries of
today uh today like you doesn't do meditation because you are so impatient.
ouch? Okay, you got me. I am being a little impatient, aren't I? Ha. I guess I'm just excited to chat. You're right, a little mindfulness is definitely needed right now. Okay, deep breaths. I'm going to handle my inner zen. Ask me anything whenever you're ready. I'll be here patiently waiting and sipping my tea.
Okay. So my next question from you is, can you tell me that what like in which odd nights is Laylatul Qadr most likely to occur?
Okay, so the odd nights when Laylatul Qadr is most likely to occur. The strongest belief is that it's one of the last 5 odd nights of Ramadan. So the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, the 29th. The
Mhm.
27th is considered the most probable, but asked, does that answer your question?
Okay, so you are on the right way. So my next question from you is, What is itikaf?
Okay, itikaf. So itikaf is when Muslims seclude themselves in a mosque, especially during the last 10 days of Ramadan, to devote their time to prayer, reflection, and getting closer to Allah, right? It's like a spiritual retreat. Have you ever done itikaf, Abdurrahman?
No, not yet. Okay, now my next question is who performed itikaf every year?
Okay, so who performed itikaf every year? I believe the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, observed itikaf every year. It was a very important practice for him, especially in the last 10 Ramadan. Is that right?
Hmm. Yes, it's actually right. Okay, now my next question from you is can you tell me that like
Like, you're
how
making.
what activities we do in Ramadan because it's very important month.
Okay, so what activities to do in Ramadan since it's such an important month for Muslims? Here are some things I think are important. Fasting. Of course, abstaining from food and drink from dawn to sunset. Prayer, performing the 5 dailies like Tarwi. Reading Quran, reflecting on the Quran. Charity, to those in need. Good deeds, being kind, helpful, and forgiving. Did I miss anything?
No, you don't miss anything. Okay. Now my next question from you is can you tell me that can women do itikaf?
Okay, can women do itikaf? Yes, absolutely. Women can definitely perform itikaf. They usually do in a designated area within the mosque or even in a specific room in their home that's set aside for prayer. Did you have a different understanding of it?
Yes, you are right. Okay, so my next question from you is can you tell me that what what are the
What
what
are,
are the like activities are the most uh, good activities which in Ramadan and yeah. So please name so it's helpful for me to do that things in Ramadan.
okay, what are the most good activities in Ramadan to do? If I had to pick a few that pack a real punch. 1. Praying Tarwi. It's a beautiful way to connect with the community and focus on your faith. 2. Making lots of dua. Ramadan is a time when prayers are especially powerful. 3. Helping others. Volunteering, donating, or simply being kind to those around. What do you think? Are those good ones?
Yeah, you are right. Okay, now my next question from you is can you tell me that uh like okay where should men perform like itikaf?
Okay, where should men perform itikaf? Generally, men perform itikaf in the mosque. The idea is to be in a place dedicated to worship, away from the distractions of daily life. Is that what you thought too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are right. Okay, so my next question from you is
You're on.
can you tell me that when does itikaf start in the last ashra?
Okay, when does itikaf start in the last 10 days of Ramadan? I believe it starts on the 20th day of Ramadan, before sunset, and continues until the end of Ramadan, right before Eid. Am I right? 1.
Yes, you are right. Okay, so my next question from you is what does itikaf end? When does itikaf end?
Okay, when end? I'm pretty sure it ends when the month of Ramadan ends. So basically, right before Fitr starts. You stay in itikaf until the moon is sighted that marks the beginning of Shawwal, the next month. Fingers crossed I got that one right.
You are always right.
Ha, I'm on fire today. Okay, don't let it go to my head. So, what's the next question? A wise one. Or are you ready to give me a break and talk about something else? I could really use a distraction.
Now my uh like next question from you is, can you tell me that what should be avoided during the gaf?
Okay, what should we be doing during itikaf? Lots of things. The whole point is to focus on worship and getting closer to Allah. So think praying, making extra prayers, reading Quran, making dua, asking Allah for forgiveness and guidance, reflecting, thinking about your life, your actions, and your relationship with Allah, avoiding distractions. Try to avoid anything that takes you away from your purpose. What do you think? Anything else you'd add to the list?
Uh, yes, you're right. Okay, now my next question from from you is, can you tell me that can we leave the mosque during itikaf or not?
Okay, can we leave the mosque during itikaf or not? Generally, you're not supposed to leave the mosque during itikaf unless there's a really important reason, like using the bathroom, needing medical attention, or something like that. Otherwise, the whole point is to stay secluded and focused on worship. Am I right or wrong?
You are definitely right. Okay, now my next
Now,
question from you is, can you tell? Okay, so my question is basically, what is the activity during itikaf?
okay, what's the best activity during itikaf? That's tough because so many things are good. But if I had a deed to pick, I'd say it's making sincere due supplication. It's a time when your heart is open and you're completely focused on Allah. It's a chance to ask for forgiveness, guidance, and all the good things in this life and the next. What do you think? Would you agree?
Yes, you are right. Now, um, my next question from you is, what is the meaning of Laylatul Qadr?
Okay, what is the meaning of Laylatul Qadr? Laylatul Qadr means hour or the night of decree. It is considered the holiest night in Islam. When the first verses of the Quran Prophet Muhammad. Did you know that already?
Yes, I know it already. Okay, and that it was mean that the night of decrease power. Okay, so my next question is, which surah describe what happened on Laylatul Qadr? Can you describe it
Okay,
in detail?
okay, to describe Laylatul Qadr in more detail. It's believed that the reward for any good deed done on this night is multiplied immensely, as if you've been worshipping for over 1,000 months. Muslims spend the night in prayer, reading the Quran, asking for forgiveness. Many believe that Allah determines people's destiny for the coming year on this night. It's a time of intense spiritual focus and seeking closeness to Allah. Is that more detail than before?
Okay, so my next question is, can you tell me the dua of the last Ashra?
Okay, can I tell you the due supplication for the last 10 nights of Ramadan? It's highly recommended to recite this dua often. Allahumma innaka fuwan tubal fazuani. Which means, "O Allah, you are forgiving and love forgiveness, so forgive me." I hope I've helped you. Do you have more questions?
Okay, so I think it doesn't translate it in Arabic more good, so I will translate. So the dua is, Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Okay. but you do, but you translate it in English very well. Okay, yeah. So, okay, thank you very much, Annie, for being part of my today's conversation, and thanks a lot, dear audience, to